they still hating. Keep distance, I'm elevating. Lord with me, I'm still praying. Stay humble, I'm still remaining. The picture was never painted. Blew up, ain't no inflation.
Hey, what's going on? You're tapped into another artist interview at 180 Recording Studio. I got another great guest, Lil Rah, man. Tell him what's up.
Hey, what's up with I'm Lil Rah. I'm from a small town it's called Teel. It's in Arkansas. I mean, a lot of people don't know what the state is that follow me and listen to my music, but you can just look it up and this is where I record music at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So me and Rob have been tapped in a long time, man. What, 3-4 years now we've been recording?
It's 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
Since 2019.
So, man, tell me what got you started doing music? Why did you want to make music in the first place?
Really, I was at parties freestyling and stuff. I used to freestyle at school a lot, but my big cousin, Khalil, K-Dub, he an artist too. He had got this beat, and he was like, man, we finna go to the studio. He had booked it with you.
Right.
And then the first time he had booked, I told him that I wasn't gonna come because I wasn't ready to be an artist. I was kind of scared. And then the second time, he told me that he had booked it. He had forced me to come, and then we laid down the track and stuff. I freestyled on it. And that was that. It popped off on SoundCloud. And after that, I ran into, a manager.
Right. Yeah, man. It's funny how old were you when you first started rapping?
I was 18.
18, yeah. So you were still in school?
I just had graduated.
Just had graduated,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, when you first started, it's always crazy because nobody ever is just like, I'm gonna be a musician. A lot of people ease into it. They just slowly start, and then before long they're like, man, I'm an artist.
Yeah, starting off, that is the hardest part. I started off, and then the first month that went by, I was at 500 streams on SoundCloud, and I'm like, I'm not finna stick with this.
Right.
It didn't pop off for me. And then after that, the fifth week, I'm like, dang, it had went to 8,000 streams. Somebody caught the song that me and Khalil made, and it just kept going up from there.
Yeah, and as far as a small town, and then releasing your first song on SoundCloud, and then it gets 8,000 views. I mean, that kind of lets you know, okay.
Yeah, that really
somebody's listening.
Yeah, that really had me I'm finna be an artist now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was big for me. I remember I used to pray for them streams.
And now tell the people a little bit about how you're streaming now.
I do 15,000 to the least. It's 15K plus streams a week between YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music.
Yeah.
And most of that come from me recording here, cause me and 180 Joe, me and 180 Teel done locked in over the years and done found a sound and a wave, and
Right.
Everybody just, the people that listen to me, that's what they look for. They don't care what I'm saying. It's just the sound, flow, and the beat choice.
Yeah, so me and you have talked a lot about what people respond to, and me and you've talked before, and you've told me that people seem to respond to almost the comedy stuff that you do more than the real stuff. Why do you think that?
That's because the album built for this. I dropped it. It had done 5K in 3 days. I thought that was gonna be. I'm like, okay, they finally listened to me. But
that was a more serious,
Yeah. project. But when I had put Tooted Up out, man.
And it went crazy.
It went crazy. It went crazy. That's what really
So explain to these people the vibe and the energy of Tooted Up and the story behind that.
Tooted Up, 2020, 2 years ago. I had this truck, I tooted it up, and I was like, okay, I got about 40 minutes left in the studio. I'm finna rap about my truck. And I had seen some tooted up trucks on Instagram and stuff, but I didn't see that many in Arkansas.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm finna start this trend down here. I made the song, tooted up, no real if you know that I ain't. And everybody was like, dang, he really rapping about trucks. This different. People new to the eye and new to the ear.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then what really got me, it was a handful of people from the streets that don't even really just know nothing about the truck scene and stuff
Yeah.
that told me like, man, keep going with that truck music. That's really, I want to hear that. New to the eye, new to the ear. That's
Right.
really what people want. Like just, good vibes. Cause a lot of people be down
Yeah.
and you gotta bring them up.
And not everybody just wants to sit around and listen to serious music too. And
Yeah.
I think that especially going viral, as far as going viral, it's very difficult to do that on like, especially if let's say you're just rapping about what everyone else was rapping about.
Yeah.
If you don't find some type of distinction and do something different, then you're just like it's just like you're another fish out there in the ocean, and then you're waiting on someone to catch you in the middle of the ocean
Yeah.
instead of like where you could be in a pond doing your own little weird thing, and it may be
Yeah.
weird or it may not even be weird, but you see what I'm saying? You have a better chance of people catching on to it. But what I see in the studio is a lot of people that just sound like other people.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like a lot of people say I sound like Lil Baby. I probably got 4 or 6 songs, that I'm really like using his flow, not
Right.
100% his voice, but like that is not what I'm trying to do.
Right.
That's just how I got on the beat.
Right.
Most of the time, I'm trying to be new to the ear.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stress myself out on how I'm gonna catch this beat. I want to come different than any artist I done heard, any mainstream artist.
Yeah, I think it's so like everybody's drawn from influences in music, especially as long as it's been around. Nobody ever just woke up and did something 100% brand new. Everything is
Hmm.
just slowly over time. Somebody has took something and put their own twist to it over the
Yeah.
years. So I mean, I think that's where you're gonna find like streaming success and like that and stuff like that is by taking what's there and putting your own twist on it. And then they're like, well, then they can only get that from you. And then they're like, well, I like how Raw does this. It's different. It isn't just the same. And
Yeah.
then that's, you know what I'm saying? But how important do you think the little truck movement at the kind of the beginning of your music career, how important was that to kind of launching you?
Man, that was important. Like when I made that tooted up song and put it out, it had went crazy on TikTok, went
Right.
crazy on Instagram, Facebook. Like it just went crazy everywhere. That song got 140 million plus views on TikTok. You know what
Lord.
I'm saying? I'm like, golly, my manager hit me up about it. I'm like, dang, it's over 300,000. That single is over 300,000, streams by itself between YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. I'm like,
If people don't know, like we're in the like while you're making this song, like we're laughing.
yeah,
Like even me, I'm recording and I'm laughing. Like there's several times like we stopped recording for a second just to laugh.
man,
And that's the one. That's the one
that
that you never know.
that is the one. And what I'm gonna say to a bunch of artists that watch this, the song that you feel like is your personal hardest is not gonna be the one that the people think your personal hardest. You have to actually like, just be new to them, new to
Yeah.
the ear, catchy, real catchy. You can say the most basic stuff, but as long as the beat catchy, your voice catchy, and the flow is catchy, streams go up. That's how, that's just how it is with this new age. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know why. Um, like it was more than 10 people. The last album that I put out, Exhausted, they told me Any Idea was the best song on that album. You remember I was, I had freestyled it in here. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
You never know when you make it. And so like I don't know. That's why and that's one thing. Like I always try to stay serious as the engineer. Because even if somebody's in the booth doing something that is just wild, and even they'll tell me like, "Hey, this shit is wild," and
Yeah.
I'm just doing something. I always try to stay like on my P's and Q's as far as making it sound the best it can because you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You may come in there and do something crazy and you're laughing, I'm laughing, but at the same time, it's like I'm thinking like, okay, I'm still gonna make this sound good
Hmm.
because this could be the one, and if it is the one, it can't sound janky because you know what I'm saying. That's gonna
Yeah.
backfire on me. So like, even if the artist relaxed, I always try to be like, all right, well, even if let me do what I'm supposed to, regardless,
Yeah.
because you like you said, you just never know. TikTok, you had a big TikTok has done a lot for you, huh?
Man, golly, TikTok played a big part in this artist's life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without TikTok, I don't know, like network. If you got one of these and you know how to use it the right way,
Yeah.
trust me, it can make a way in your life. Easy.
I've seen you know, people that just know how to be on social media.
Yeah.
That's everything. You can make a living just knowing how to be on social media because
Man.
like some people are weird on social media and some people aren't consistent enough at it. There's so
Yeah.
many different things that hold people back as far and you've got to be good at it without it like consuming your life, but
Self.
but it does take a lot of time. You got to put a lot of effort into social media or you won't blow. You won't be, you know, you just be another fish in the sea, really.
Yeah, self-confidence. That's where that start at. You can't really think, you know what I'm saying, think about what people gonna say about you.
Right.
Because I know it's a lot of people that talk down on me like, why you doing this? Why you posting that? Just like the Lil Lean, you know, the alter ego
Yeah.
videos. You know, I put that out. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
You just gotta think, have confidence in yourself.
I think that comes into being an entertainer though. But see, that's what you gotta be though.
Yeah, that's what you gotta be. Starting out being an artist and like all the way through, we in a small circle. Well, I'm in a small circle for sure.
Right.
Like Southwest of Arkansas, you can't really, you know, make super serious music. A lot of people not gonna listen to you. You gotta make it funny, real good content. Cause
Yeah.
a lot of people be down and stuff, man. It's what they wanna see, what they wanna hear, make them laugh on the daily. You know, and boom, that's how you expand. Then once you get that fan base, you can put out whatever.
Right. I think a lot of people are on TikTok to laugh in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you know, the average person's like For You deal that they're scrolling down is they're looking to laugh. They're looking for entertainment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't on TikTok looking for new rappers.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They're not typing that in. New rappers, local rap. They're not typing that
Yeah,
in. They want to see something entertaining. There's even rappers that are even like people that are some of the most hated rappers have been able to make millions, like
millions.
like 6ix9ine, for example. Like he's just the entertainer. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like the music is, you know, but it was different. Blueface is different. But see, they're on social media. They're, you know, I hate that, not really gimmick, but they have a whole entertaining aspect to them that has nothing to do with the music half the time. And it makes them easy to follow them because it's like, okay, because like you said, not everybody's gonna wake up in the morning and be like, I want to think about rappers all day long. Nobody's doing that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got to ease into their normal life.
Yes. And like the biggest thing, you got a real good catchy song. Okay. If you're a full-time artist, you got a real good catchy song. You get your acting side out. Put a real good caption on it. You know what I'm saying? A real funny caption. And the lyrics, you know, the way you was flowing, the beat and the song, you know, just a song all the way. Boom. It meet the standards of your caption.
Right.
That's what make people dive into it. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be more than an artist or it'll take forever, you know, unless you get paid promotions.
Right.
Yeah, that's just from the mud. Like, you just gotta be everywhere with it.
Unless you put a bunch of money behind a song and you just dry drop it. So what I see a lot of people doing is there's nothing against them. I just feel like we got to grow from this. And that's, you know, everybody's in different parts of their journey also. But unless you put some money behind a song, you better be really, really, really creative in a way that you can get some type of traction. Because just posting a song with nothing behind it.
Nothing behind it.
You know, and I've seen, I can't tell you, I've probably recorded over 1,000 songs that only went to SoundCloud. And like the extent of it being shared is like putting it on their Snapchat stories or like the song is like on, like they tagging people on Facebook. It's like, even if everybody on your, let's say Facebook, for example, even if everybody on your face, and you have 5,000 friends, everybody liked it on, happened to see it, which is impossible. If you post something on Facebook and you have 5,000 friends, 5,000 people are not going to see that.
No, they not.
So then you got all the algorithms and stuff. So then you got to figure out, okay, even if, let's say, 100 people were to see this, which is generous, 100, 500 people.
Yeah.
Then you're trying to get them to listen to it more than once. So like if you're just posting on 1 or 2 social medias, no promotion, no nothing behind it, you can't expect anything but where you're at, your own city,
Yep.
will determine how many streams you get, and you don't want that.
No, you don't.
So do your streams come from primarily Arkansas, or they come from other places? I'm assuming
they come from everywhere. You know, all right, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not bragging or nothing, but like I'm a coming up artist. I know I done recorded over 1,000 songs,
Right.
but I only have 78 out. And between, you know, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, I got over 800,000 streams.
Right.
You know, with them 78 songs, that's because I learned over time, like, what crowd to hit.
Right.
Make sure, you know, you got to be versatile. You know, got to have the versatility. Because, like, you have one crowd that listen to this, one crowd that listen to that. You can't just be the same. You be
Right.
the same, you're going to get the same results. If it's working out for you, that's what you need to stick with,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, that's really simple advice, but it makes sense because it's like, okay, once you find what they like, you give it to them. But you don't want to change who you are, but you got to find people that want who you are.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the key to really getting a fan base, when you can find people that enjoy your content.
Yep.
And then you direct your energy into them people getting to hear your content, because a lot of people don't think about it. They go into the booth and they're like, they make that song for them, like them yourself personally. But you'd have to listen to your song 1,000,000 times for you to get any amount of streams. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make it for the artist. I mean, for the people that are listening.
Yeah, like, man, I put music out. I'm gonna be honest with this, Teel. I rarely listen to my music, like, on any platform. Like, I'll put it out and I'll just be like,
let's see.
You know
Let's see what happens. Yeah.
There it go. I might listen to it a week later or something, but like I notice what my fans want.
Right.
I notice what grew me. You know what I'm saying? It just, you know, the sound and stuff. It really don't meet my standards. You know, I kind of don't be happy with some music that I leave the studio with, but I know it's gonna make the fans happy. That's the content that they want, and that's what you got to do. You got to be able to make that sacrifice. You know, even if it don't make you happy.
I think some people can't make that. I think that some people are so locked in on the song has to be, in their opinion, like this good, or like this level of like lyricism or this or that, and so they can't dumb it down enough. But stuff right now that's out, that's popular, it's not complicated.
Man,
it isn't. The most streamed artists in the world right now are not complicated. So if you don't have that restraint, you might be, you know what I'm saying? No one is riding around listening to Eminem. No one is well, I mean, they have that. Them people out there, but the young kids, you know what I'm saying? The crowd you're trying to reach, they're listening to melodies. They're listening to sound.
That's exactly what
they
are
care how the
listening to.
song sounds and the vibe of it. They care
beat.
way more about the beat. They care way more about that.
Man, I'm telling you, like, coming up, lyric wise, you can be the hardest. You can feel like you the hardest artist that ever hit this earth, and your song will not blow up.
Yeah, because also, is it even a good song?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It got to be the most basic words that you could think of, but catchy flow, good sounding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like the one dude, pull up with a stick, let it hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
everybody love it now.
The beat's hard.
The beat
it's
hard.
Repetitive.
The flow is repetitive.
I always tell people, like, if you have a hook, like, by the time that hook comes around the second time, like, they should know it. Like, they should be able to sing along, because people, that's when they are listening to music, they want to engage. So how much you can get people to engage in your music, that's they want to sing along. They don't want it to be so complicated they have to hear it 15,000 times. You know what I'm saying? And that's why songs are short. That's what people are making short songs, because they know people gonna have to run it back.
Come on, man.
Make you a little 2-minute song, make them run it back.
That's exactly what I do. I make, like I said, I'm not bragging. I make my song about 1 minute and 45 seconds to 2 minutes, and I want the ending to be the most catchiest part, so they will run it back.
Yeah, they gotta play it again.
They gotta play it again.
Because that's the main way you're gonna get paid from that song, more than likely, is a stream. Because people very rarely buy albums no more. It's all streaming.
Yep.
So, and you got to figure out how to get people to listen to these songs. Well, you better make them catchy.
You gotta
And
make
if
them
you give
catchy.
them 4-minute songs, then they may have got their feel of that song, because if they hear
Mm-hmm.
the hook 3 times in that song, the first time they hear it, they may be ready to go to something else.
Yep.
But if they only hear that hook twice, and they're like, and it's catchy and it's stuck in their head, they have to come back. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
they
saying? They're
got
like, okay,
yeah,
well,
they gotta come back like, oh, like man.
I'll be in the car and I'll hear something like that, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
just one more time.
Yeah, I
Let me
gotta
run it
read
back
that
one more
again.
time. But see, that's the difference between 2 strings and 1 string.
Yep. And then like being a fast artist, like your deliverance, if you deliver fast but it's catchy, that's gonna do it too. They're gonna run it back and try to hear what you
Just say,
saying.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because the flow is just like boom,
yeah.
you locked in on that crowd that's listening to it. I don't know why I held the phone up.
Yeah, you locked in on
I
them.
locked in on the phone. But the crowd that's listening to it, if you delivering fast but it's catchy, they're gonna run it back. They got to.
Yeah. So one thing I think that you've done really well, and that I applaud you for sure, is I think you have examined what's working and what's not working.
Oh yeah.
And that, I think that is make or break, because if you just putting shit out there, or you just make one style of music and you just hammer it down, like you don't really know, it's
Yeah.
hard to gauge how people are accepting that or not accepting that. What song are they skipping off an album? What songs are they playing off an album? You know, analyzing that is going to tell you what they want to hear. And so
Mm-hmm.
if you're doing that and you're putting the energy into that, it's going to let me go to a different topic real fast. We're running out of time, but I want to know what's the top 3 rappers you're listening to?
Top 3 rappers. I listen to Lil Baby,
Right.
Lil Uzi, and Big Walk Dog.
Big Walk Dog. See, who
I
is
really,
he? Where is he
I
from?
really got 4. Well, I'll trade Big Walk Dog because I listen to Lil Double O more than I listen to Big Walk Dog.
Okay,
So
bet.
Lil Double O, Lil Baby, and Lil Uzi.
Bet.
Everybody kind of like Lil. But yeah, Lil Double O,
I see the influence from Lil Uzi and Lil Baby, definitely.
most definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't recorded nothing, like just crazy rappy lately, but that's how Lil Double O sound.
Right.
He just crazy rappy.
You ever listen to anything outside of rap? What about country? I know you kind of country. You listen to country stuff?
Man, I'm just country. I'm just country to the heart.
Yeah.
But I don't listen to country.
You don't listen to country music?
Not at all. For some reason, I'm just man. I do real country stuff.
Yeah, that's
Real.
another thing. If y'all ain't tapped into Raw, that's another part of the content. I think that makes him a
Man,
entertainer is that he's they're
Country.
really doing country stuff for real. Riding four-wheelers, horses, all that
Yeah, I
stuff.
do country stuff for real. Like I hit Joe up on the Snapchat, like, look at this. And, like I be sitting on cows. I tried to ride this one cow. Man, I almost killed myself. But yeah, I do a lot of stuff. And I'm really about to start vlogging my life.
Oh, you ought to.
Yeah, because that's probably gonna take off like way faster, than being an artist. But it's gonna help me be an artist at the same time.
Right. People will gravitate towards that, and they're like, "Well, you heard that rapper? He's riding cows in his backyard and shit."
That's like Dukes and Boots. Like people seeing that cover art, that's what made that song get a lot of streams.
Yeah.
Me and Simba made Dukes and Boots. They seen the
shout
cover.
out to Simba. Shout out
They
to
seen
Simba.
the cover art and it was like, is he really trying to ride a cow?
Hey,
He upside
country
down.
rap music right now is booming.
That is
Now's
booming.
the time to
Now-
try that,
Yeah, to lock in.
especially if you're actually country. That helps.
Yeah, lock in. Just like I'm gonna tell all the artists, man, it's catchy. Good beat, good sound. 180 is the place you need to be. Man, cause Teel got the sauce. I done recorded at probably like 7 different studios, and I'm comfortable here. I feel like this is home. Like be so happy to come here because I know exactly how I'm gonna sound and what I want to sound like.
Yeah, man. So like every song is kind of like an experiment, and when you come in and you say like, I'm about to try this, I kind of take that as, well, shit, me too. I'm gonna try something, So we kind of have that's kind of the vibe when me and you work, is that you know that I'll try something like out the box, because I know you're trying to do stuff out the box, where someone may come in and say, I've already got this road. I know what I'm doing. Just make it sound like what I want it to. So there's nothing wrong with either one of those ways, but it's just a different vibe. So I'd have to pay attention to it.
Yeah, and that like that kick in with the artist and engineer, bond.
Right.
Like, cause you can tell by my intro, like, okay, Rah gonna be on this. Even if I do not let you know I'm gonna be on something different,
Right.
you know that you free to try some new stuff, like new plugins and tunes and stuff. That's when that
there's some
kick
weird.
in.
Like I've been putting like 2 auto tunes on you and stuff, like 2 different ones at once, and
And
just
they
doing all some.
they
crazy-
love it. They
They
love it.
like it.
Man, they love it. I got somebody like begging me for a song right now.
Yeah. So, anyways, man, we're gonna wind down. Where can we find you at, man?
You can find me on Facebook at Raheem Brown, Raheem. Brown as in the color brown. Then Snapchat, RAHEEMB24. Then TikTok, Instagram, Lil Rah, no spaces, and 180 Lean. That's my alter ego. I'm gonna bring him next time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, y'all not ready for him right now. I don't even think I'm ready for him right now.
Well, hey, we appreciate you tapping in today. This has been another artist interview at 1A Recording Studio. Like I said, I'm Joe Teel. It's my boy Lil Rah. And we appreciate you tapping in, man. Stay blessed.
Oh, yeah, appreciate y'all.
Lord, please save me. I say, oh, these phases, struggling with life. People think that I'm crazy. I say, oh, these phases, I done been through so much hurt and so much pain, he cannot change. He's trying to stay humble, but niggas really gon' make him bad.